Now I would like to share some information about how one can pursue medical study in Germany after one has done 12th grade in India. So I have 𝗂𝗏 with us. Suman has recently come from India and preparing to get admission in medicine in Germany, who will support in answering your queries when we will have to the query topic. So first of all, in Germany, we call medicine study, not like MBBS in India. So if someone is looking for a keyword MBBS and trying to do this in Germany, I think you have to be careful. Don't look for this keyword. It will be called medicine studium. And all these studies are done only in German language in Germany. And at the end, the target is that we have to get so-called approbation, means medical license. So you come after class 12, you do your education, and the goal is to get this medical license. Another important thing about the Germany is that the education is free, irrespective of nationality. You have to only do a semester contribution. And this semester contribution that you give a couple of €100, it anyway provides you city transport, ticket free of course, library facilities. There are several other facilities. So this is a small contribution which you will pay during your education is not for the university, for their staff and so on. It is coming back to you. So first try to understand the German system, because we are coming from one system to the other system to pursue our studies. So in Germany, you have a schooling system which is for 13 years. So at the end of 13 years, you write an exam which is called so-called Abitur. Based on this grade, you get the admission for the medicine, which takes around 6 years of time. And after that, you have to pass this so-called exam approbation or medical license for the practicing. And then you go into the process of medical practice, FACAT, that Deepak was already telling. So if you come after MBBS, what you do is that you jump into German system here. But if you're coming from university, you will jump into this system here. Let's have a look in India. What we have in India is that we have 12 years of education, the preschool or pre-university system. So the question is, you want to go do in MBBS in India, it is simple that you write your board exam, you write entrance exam, go and do your MBBS. But what we are trying to do is that we are trying to come out of the Indian system and jump into the German system. And what you see is that this 1 year is missing. And we have to do something for this 1 year so that we can get into the system. And that is called the 𝗓𝗏. This is a 1-year program, which is so-called foundation program, which will be taught in German. And you will learn also about medical terminologies or technical terminologies in German. For those who are in Germany or anywhere in the world, they do follow the international baccalaureate, so international schooling. They are allowed to go directly from here to here, so they don't have to go through this path. So now let's see what and how we can do this 𝗓𝗏. So what is the situation that after class 12, you have to do this 𝗓𝗏, but for this also you have to write an entrance exam. So one has to prepare for this. This exam will be in German language, and it is called Aufnahmeprüfung, which is nothing that just an entrance exam. So once you have passed this entrance exam, you will get admission in 𝗓𝗏. So in the foundation course, at the end of the foundation course, you have to write and clear this FSP examination, which is called Feststellungsprüfung, which is in English assessment test, which will also take in German. So once you have cleared this, you will have a grade. So now you have a grade from a 𝗓𝗏 system, and you have a grade from your pre-university system. So the average of these two grades will be converted into the German grading system. And then with this German grading system, you will be able to apply for the medical university. And based on the seat and your grade, you will get this admission. So as Deepak has also mentioned, and here also, I want to emphasize that the German language is the key. First, you have to learn it. And all this process will take place in German. So this is how you can get into the system and continue a study. So now a small roadmap, what you have to do. If you're sitting in India or some country there, you are like about to finish your 12th grade. First of all, I would say that one has to definitely learn German up to B1 or B2 level. There are 6 levels, A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2, and so on. But up to B2 level would be required to really pass the exam normally. to pass this student colleague exam or to get enrolled, B1 is sufficient. So what you have to do is you have to learn German. You finish your grade 12th with a really good grade. If you are getting 60, 70% or 80%, at least I have not come across those people who are able to successfully get admission. So a very good grade in like class 12 is very important. I would say around 90%. More is better. So once you have these two, you have to get admission in a student colleague. There are several different courses. Here we are talking about the M course. M means medical. For technical, there is a different course. For finance, there is a different course. So M, T, W, G, S, they are existing. But we are talking today about the medical studies or medicine studies. So you have to apply for M course. How can you do it? You can do via online portal, which is called UniAssist, or you can go through hochschule-rat.de, or you can also apply directly to the university where you want to study. So you apply there to the university, and then they will guide you that which graduate school you have to go, or student colleague school or institution you have to go and finish your studies. So once you apply for it, then you will receive the invitation for this Aufnahmeprüfung. This is the entrance test. This will take place in Germany. So this is your first thing that you have to get this, that okay, you have received an invitation to write this entrance test. And then what you will say that you will go to the visa office with all this document plus other necessary document, and you say that you want to apply for a visa for bachelor student study. Once you get the visa, you come to Germany, and then you appear for this so-called Aufnahmeprüfung or entrance test. There you will have the test of German, mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, depending on different university where you want to study, where you have applied, different combination can be. In general, those people who appear, like I think hardly 5 to 10% people would be clearing in this exam. If not, then you have to again repeat with the German language or some other way to improve yourself. So once you pass this Aufnahmeprüfung, then you are allowed to study in this student colleague, which is a 2-semester program, and you will study for M course. So you can study physics, chemistry, math, biology, German, depending again on which institution you want to study. They will provide you this kind of education. And the idea is that they want to train you for the technical German. They want to condition you for the German kind of education system, so that later on when you go to the university, you are able to understand and follow the system, follow the education, so that you have a chances to succeed. So once you are done this, you will have this first Stelleprüfung with this grade. During this exam also, you have a possibility that you study everything, but which one you want to choose for writing exam. You don't have to write exam for all. So you will get to know whether you want to take a math or physics, so one you have to choose. For chemistry or biology, you have to choose one. German language is compulsory. And then you will get this grade. What is also recommended that after this grade, you should also write test as. Some university needs it, some do not need it, but it is better to write because it is an MCQ approach. And normally, in general, the Indian students has been good in doing it. And if you do this, then you will have the average of these two, which will have bigger chances to get your average good. Then you apply university. In some university, test as is compulsory, in some not, but it depends. Again, here is very decentralized system here. Once you have done this, you will apply for the medical university, and then you can start your study, and then you can go for the approbation. If you have come from India and done studies in Germany, now you want to go back to India. This was also a question. Then of course, it is very obvious that you have to write exam now in India, which is called NEXT, National Exit Test. Then only you will be able to practice in India, not directly from the German approbation. So the deadline for the summer and winter course here starts in summer and winter. So 2 semesters start. For summer course normally begins in April. Deadline is like around 15 January. For winter semester, which starts in October, deadline is around 15 May to 15 June. Nevertheless, I would recommend to follow a university website and UniAssist. There you have to keep visiting what is the deadline and so on to be really specific about it. The cost of application and education, as I said, the education is free, but the cost of application and other living expenses are there. So one has to create a login in UniAssist. This is an online portal for foreigners to get into in German system. The first application would cost you 75 euro, next 30 euro. And you can also apply directly to the university, then they will guide you to go to the UniAssist. So you have to follow this process somehow. As Deepak also mentioned, we can estimate like a living cost around 850 euro per month. So it depends on your lifestyle, just rough estimation. The semester contribution, which is not a tuition fee, it is called semester contribution, 300 to 500 euro, which will provide you public transport and several other facilities. The money what you give to the university, more than that facility you receive from the university. Except one state in where we have to pay 1500 euro, like the state where you have a Stuttgart. It is recommended to focus on your education. I think when you come from one system to another system, it is very rigorous process. Nevertheless, if you want to work as a student, there is a possibility to work for 20 hours per week. And many of the students work like a nurse, helper, 𝗓𝗂𝗃 to support their regular expenses. So with this, I would say that that's all I had to share. I will be giving Aufnahmeprüfung for M course, a student colleague at Martin Luther University. I have dot regard Naturwissenschaft, Grundwissen section that I have to write along with German. How do I prepare for this? Any source, book or website?
There is no particular source for this. People have to just go through the dictionary and like search for technical words and like words of class 11th and 12th for physics, chemistry and bio, and learn it in German. And like,
so the key is to learn German, what you know, learn in German language.
Yeah, the same things. And as per the knowledge part, like only basics are asked.
Very good. Thank you very much, Suman. So let's move quickly to the next question. Is there any age limit for the admission? I think there is no age limit in Germany for getting this medicine.
No, there is no age limit.
Do some states provide German language free of cost? So I think it is included in your graduate colleague, right?
For graduate colleague, it's included, but otherwise, like if you are not admitted, then you have to pay for private.
Okay, but normally people do this graduate colleague from the public institution, means that they only do the semester contribution and their language plus this technical study all are covered. So you pay only up to 200-300 euro and then all is done, including your semester ticket, like a traveling and so on. So
yes, exactly.
Whether we have to legalize our document for the visa?
Yes, for the visa also, and like for applying to the universities, only legalized documents are accepted. The copies should be legalized with any public authority, and that's it.
Thank you very much, Suman. So any advice from your experience?
For medicine course, especially like clearing the Aufnahme exam, B2 language in knowledge is sufficient because most of the grammar part is covered in that. But for like learning here, C1 is recommended. Most people think like they need to go till C2, but like C1 is okay. And for clearing the exam, B2 level is enough.
Thank you very, very much, Suman. So now I think I will ask Deepak that he would like to answer maybe question and also give feedback.
I have two questions. First question is that about legalization. Where do you get it legalized?
Either from any public authority.
From India or from Germany?
From India. For bachelors, it's not required that you get it legalized from Germany.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And second question is that this question goes to you and to Dr. Gautam as well, that in your presentation, you mentioned that the success rate in the first exam, the Feststellungsprüfung, is 5 to 10%. And if people who fail in the Aufnahmeprüfung, right, in the beginning, first exam, right? And what happens, I mean, someone can repeat the exam, increase his, but when the success rate is like 5 to 10%, we cannot expect that all 100% will be placed, right? So in the second attempt would be like 10% or 15, 20%. What happens to the rest 80% people?
Most of them apply for language institutes, private language institutes, and on the basis of their admission letter from private institutes, they get their visa extended and then apply for next semester and take the exam again.
Okay, so they take exam three times. We assume that 10% pass each time, the 30% passes the exam from the 100 lot, and 70%, what happens to that?
Like I said, either they can go for private also. But for M course, like it's not suggested that you do with a private student colleague, because there's a lot of people in public student colleague think that there's a lot of corruption in private, they give marks easily and all.
See, why am I don't want to grill you on this topic. Why I wanted to raise this topic while we are discussing it is that the audience that are watching there, and this video will also be posted on YouTube later on. So I wanted them to have a clear picture that the work that they do, the language studies, the expenses that they bear, they come to Germany to take the exam. So the hurdles that are there, that has to be clear right from the beginning itself.
Yeah, like you have to be prepared. Either like do
worst case scenario, one has to go back.
Yeah,
worst case scenario is
you
one
might
has
have
to go back. Right. So
There's
70,
you have to really plan very well if you're coming for your medicine study, and it is a rigorous process. So you have to
Yeah, you
really
have to
well
be
thought, well planned,
also.
and well prepared from the language as well as from the technical side, so that you succeed rather than go back.
So why I trying to, I don't want to bore other panelists here but this question, why I ask this, because as you all know that I have a consulting company on the side, and I get very often these questions that I want to do or my daughter or the son wants to do a MBBS in Germany. Can you help us with that? So what I try to find out is who are these candidates who want to go to Germany and do MBBS. So most of the time it comes out that they are searching for MBBS in India. They cannot get it because in private colleges are very expensive. Government is very difficult to get in. They try searching from north of India, from Afghanistan to Kyrgyzstan to Georgia to Russia, China, and then they somehow end up in the West, in Germany, and then they match it in the same system, direct admission system. Okay, so this confusion is there in the huge section of people who are in this business, like in this pathway.
So medicine, getting admission in medicine is a challenging task, and one has to be really good at it, and together with the language. So one has to really consider it. It is not just like other option that you can simply come in. So I would suggest that take it very serious and prepare well at home, and plan it before you think about coming to here.